Man, I am Dave, man. Will you, come on, open up the door, will you? I got the stuff with me. I think the cops saw me.
Who is it?
Come, man, open up the door. It's Dave.
Who?
Dave.
Dave?
Right, man.
Dave's not here.
Oh.
Well, hello again, everyone. This is No Way of No Way Out. Tonight I was going to look at what happened in America. Why is it that the intelligence level of the American people is, well, should I say students, is tanking? Why is it continuing to trickle its way down? All we have to do is look at what is going on in our schools. I know it's taboo. I know you hate the thought of it, but you must look at your unionized schools to find the problem. Our children do not go to school to learn how to be whiny babies and offended at everything. And, oh, we can't give them homework and we can't give them this. We can't do that. We can't offend them. We can't stress them out. Well, no, you can't teach them because you don't want to teach them because, well, most teachers today, they're just as ignorant as the students they so-called teach. So I started off and I thought maybe I'll go to a Democrat rally and I'll tape this Democrat rally and let's see if I can get some hints about what's going on. And this is what I saw. So, well, there you have it. I didn't get to record much. Nobody could really understand anybody over the yakking and the sheep. But that is so true to life today. So now let's take a good look at our $620 billion a year spending on education, not counting the colleges. What I'd like to show you now comes from the Pew Research Center, and it is something that drives home what our corrupt, tyrannical government is truly up to when it comes to our public schools and our children. Not theirs, ours. So, students, as you see the headline, this was put out in February 15th of 2017. U.S. students' academic achievement still lags that of their peers in many other countries. So, it's got a small chart here, better ones down below. How do U.S. students compare with their peers around the world? Recently released data from international math and science assessments indicate that U.S. students continue to rank around the middle of the pack and behind many other advanced industrial nations. One of the biggest cross-national tests is the Program for International Student Assessment, which every 3 years measures reading ability, math and science literacy, and other key skills among 15-year-olds in dozens of developed and developing countries. The most PISA result from 2015 placed the U.S. in an unimpressive 16th or 38th out of 71 countries in math and 24 in science among the 35 members of the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, which sponsors the PISA. initiative, the U.S. ranked 30th in math and 19th in science. There's some variances between, but still. And in the United States, this is what we get for our $620 billion theft, not counting college and their fake higher learning. So, have other testing, which the younger students, they say, seem to do better. What is it here? Younger American students fare somewhat better in a similar cross-national assessment. The study known as TIMSS, that's Trends in International Mathematics and Science Study, has tested students in grades 4 and 8 every 4 years since 1995. So if you take up here, they're 15-year-olds. This is your freshman. So somewhere between the 8th grade and the 9th grade, they take a big downhill slide. Why is that? Unionized indoctrination centers with liberal teachers that don't want to teach your students. They want to indoctrinate your students. So we have the millennials that we have out in the street today. They can't take care of themselves. They can't think for themselves. They're pretty much as worthless as, well, I'll keep that to myself. So as you look down through, it goes on, it gives it psychobabble about the percentages and different scores and how over the years America has been in a decline. Not an increase, not getting better, but getting worse. Why I wanted to bring this up is here is the chart of all the countries. Here's the United States. Here's the international average for science, mathematics, and reading. So in science, America is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 6 above the international standard, or average. Now when it comes to mathematics, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. America ranks 9th below international average in the world in mathematics. And there's a reason for that. Reading, they fare slightly better. They are 3rd above average, the average score worldwide. But still, as you see here, all of these developed nations, South Korea, Hong Kong, Vietnam, Canada, Finland, where do we got here? Germany, Netherlands, United Kingdom, Switzerland, Ireland, Denmark, Belgium, Poland, Portugal, Norway, all of these places crush America. They crush it. They crush us in science. Who's below us in science? Yes, you got, what kind of shape is France in today with their socialism? How about Switzerland, Sweden, Spain, the Czech Republic? Here's your average. Now, when you get down through here, yes, you have Russia and Italy and Hungary, and you have, look at your real totalitarian rulers that really have a stronghold over, they're pretty much socialist countries. They just refuse to call themselves that, even though in a way that's basically what they are. And of course, when you get down through here, down into the bottom of the barrel, well, here are your 3rd world countries and your Arab nations. Arabs, of all things, people think Arabs are so smart. No, they rank in the bottom of the pack of everything. Why? because uneducated, ignorant citizens do not have the capability of even understanding what their government is doing. They don't have the intelligence level to do for themselves, so they must be controlled by the government. And the government is seeing to it that they are not taught. That's what's happening in America. Why would our schools with $285 billion cannot even teach our children mathematics? Because if our children were taught mathematics, what comes from math? Your carpenters, your mechanics, your doers, your builders, the people that built this nation, just like me. I can do math in the back of my head, not even think twice. I can bang math right out. It's simple to me. But they're not teaching children today good math skills because they want to be able to lie to them about this fiat currency that, hey, we can never have money problems, we just print money. Yeah, print worthless money that they must create debt to give that fiat currency value. So it doesn't matter what you have for money. It has no value. American money has no value whatsoever. It's junk. Because this is the corrupt system the globalists set up and our government enforces. That's why the cost of everything keeps going up, and you cry for the millennials cry for their wages to go up, and the prices go up, and they don't understand what's going on. It's because it's a fiat currency. The more debt you create, dumbass, the more worthless your money actually is. They must continue to borrow money from other places and print money, and it devalues our dollar. They have dumbed down our society so much today that most people in America, they have no idea what the difference between deficit spending and debt is. Why is it that Barack Obama, they bragged, oh, he's got the lowest deficit spending of any president in years. But yet we went $1.2 trillion further in debt. Because in order for Barack Obama and the cronies under his communist regime, when they were spending, they weren't creating a budget. They were creating continuing resolutions. A continued resolution is they just write blank checks. That's all they do. A continued resolution adds 3% to every line item in the budget automatically, and it gives them the opportunity to just spend $250,000 or $1 billion over here, another $250 billion to our enemies over there, another $250 billion to create welfare, to create dependency and lazy people. And they just keep spending. How is it that Barack Obama had the lowest so-called deficit spending, but added over $10 trillion in debt? See, people don't have the math skills to even figure that out. It's beyond their comprehension. It's beyond their intelligence level to even understand it. And that's done on purpose. Now, we see the same thing in reading and science. You know, of course we rank down here. Our children cannot even look down into their pants and their midsection and tell you if they are a male or a female, because our schools do not even teach that. We have people in the world today that are so dumbed down by this corrupt educational system, they actually think the world is flat. They actually think the world is flat. They cannot comprehend it. Everything in the universe is round, but the world is flat. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. So that, as you're paying your thousands of dollars in taxes and you're watching a small school like this town I'm in, we have now under 2,000 students, but they get $42 million a year to educate 1,985 students. Don't you see a problem with that? The teachers, it's never enough. They never have enough. But it's their own wages, benefits, retirement, Cadillac health care plan. That's where your money goes. You have superintendents and administrators sitting back, raking in $200,000-300,000 a year salaries, while your students can't even beat Norway. They can't beat South Korea, Sylvania, however you want to pronounce it. All right, the Netherlands, United Kingdom, Switzerland, Ireland, Denmark, Belgium. They can't even beat these kids in anything. But yet they strut around and act like they are educated. Now, if you think they have taken a step down from the 8th grade into high school, from middle school to high school, can you imagine the lack of intelligence that a graduated, now $120,000 in debt to the government, college student is? Now you know why they graduate from college, they're pissed off at everything, they hate everything, and they go live in mommy and dad's basement and become shitter trolls. They're worthless to society. They don't have the intelligence level to even tie their own shoe or wipe their ass. As the saying goes, if brains were dynamite, our youth of today would not have enough to blow their nose. This is sad, ladies and gentlemen. This is very sad. So what could all of this possibly lead to in the future when the people that are claiming to be educated are in fact uneducated and illiterate?
I don't know. Lately, I just don't feel like there's anything special about me.
You are an incredibly sensitive man who inspires joy feelings in all those around you.
So now that we have a nation full of, sissies and little girly men that need computers to tell them that they feel good and that they're great, what does that lead to?
I'm the internet because I like to think. I like to read. I'm into freedom of speech and freedom of choice.
And of course, now we come to the point where it's time to make some liberals' heads explode.
I'm the kind of guy who likes to sit in a greasy spoon and wonder, gee, should I have the T-bone steak or the jumbo rack of barbecue ribs with the side order of gravy fries? I want high cholesterol. I want to eat bacon and butter and buckets of cheese, okay? I want to smoke a Cuban cigar the size of Cincinnati in a non-smoking section. I want to run through the streets naked with green Jell-O all over my body reading Playboy magazine. Why? Because I suddenly might feel the need to, okay, pal? I've seen the future. You know what it is? It's a 47-year-old virgin sitting around in his beige pajamas drinking a banana broccoli shake singing, I'm an Oscar Mayer wiener.
You got the picture now? This is our world today. People need to stop letting liberals, media, the scum in America, to shame them into silence, to shame them into standing up for what we know is right. $620 billion a year is the biggest ripoff. To be 38th in the world, ladies and gentlemen, the overall ranking of America is 38 out of 71. And we spend more money a year on education in this country than all the other countries combined. But yet you still want to sit back and go broke so these globalist heathens can destroy the future of your children. Well, don't expect me to just take all this lying down.
I'm the enemy, because I like to think.
So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, as always, this is No Way Out.